Yes, good morning, everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. Yes, good morning, Deepak, Swati. Good morning, beta. Good morning, Tejaswi, Sainath. Good morning, beta. Yashwant. Good morning, Deepak. Vani. Good morning, beta. Shatrika. Good morning. Goli Pirne. Very good morning to you. I am good, Vani. What about you? Yes, Karthik. Again, good morning to all of you. Good to see you all. I hope your studies are going well. And just give me a response about the test which has been scheduled. Right? How was it? Just tell me how was your test? So you guys are preparing for it, right? Just tell me how will you rate it? Yeah, I am good. Karthik, Swatika, thanks. I am good. How you guys are doing? Enjoying studies or not? So where you rate the test? Tough, easy, or moderate? Where will you rate? Okay, 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 fine. So you guys are studying, but what I am seeing that it is very I don't know, unexpected phenomenon that doubts are not coming from your side. Why is it so? Are we teaching so well? Are we teaching so well that you are having no doubts? Doubts should be there, right? We need to keep revising all things. I have seen one or two students, they are sending me doubts of mole concept as well, and I am happy to solve them. So you guys have to study the current topic as well as at the same time you have to look back at the topics covered already, right? So you need to revise mole concept and all the lectures which we have covered yet, right? So please keep studying, and if you are having any doubt, you guys are welcome to ask, right? Okay, fine. Let's start today's class. If you guys are having any doubt regarding test or anything, then please tell me. Today's lecture is going to be very important, and in mains as well as in advance, you will find a direct question, right? So in today's lecture, we are going to study the balancing of redox reaction, right? Balancing of redox reaction. I have introduced in the previous class, right? I have introduced it in the previous class, and so I'm starting with there only. Any doubt, then you please tell me. Okay, so please remember today's class is very important, right? Whatever we have learned right now, till now, we are going to each and every concept to balance the redox reaction. Okay, so you need to learn, and you will find at least one or two question in your 11th class exam also. So with exam point of view, this is very important topic, and from today's lecture only you will get good marks in 11th as well as in your JEE exam, right? So if you see, I have selected some questions which has been already asked by JEE on. Okay, so I'm just writing them. You will find them right now. You will find them very difficult. Just a second. Okay, fine. So I have found a question of JEE Advanced for 2014. It's a question of JEE Advanced 2014. It says I minus on reacting with chlorate ion in presence of acid gives chloride ion, HSO4 minus ion plus I2. And they have given some statements. Correct statement you need to figure out. You need to figure out the correct statement. It says, okay, I am just changing a bit. X, I am writing X. It is saying X, the value of X. Sorry, this is not X. Just a second. Sumant, good morning, beta. Okay, just a second. So I'm just writing the options. So it says X is having value this, and second option was iodide is oxidized. Iodide is oxidized. Very simple question if you see. Sulfur is reduced. Sulfur is reduced. Sulfur is reduced. And then H2O is one of the products. D is H2O is one of the products. So what do you think? Yeah, Yashwant. This is JEE Advanced 2014 question. And as of now, I haven't taught you to balance the reaction. But can you make any statement about these two statements? Can you predict whether they are right or wrong? You just tell me whether V is right or wrong and C is correct or incorrect. Quickly. Yes, good morning, Yashwant. Yeah, if you see oxidized, I will just recap. But before that, if you see here, iodine is in -1 and here it is in 0. So if you see, oxidation number is increasing, right? Oxidation number is increasing, so that makes this statement right. If you see C, sulfur, here it is +6, and this case also it is +6. So it is wrong, right? Both are not correct, beta. Hanok, how can you say that C is also correct? Oxidation number method you need to use. Oxidation number method. Okay, the new concept you need to use. Okay, if you see there is no change in oxidation number of the sulfur. If you check, the oxidation of sulfur is same. Is it okay, beta? So I am just revising it all, and then we will learn how to balance the reaction. Yes. Yes, okay. Yes. So before moving to the redox reaction, balancing of redox reaction, every redox reaction, I have already told you, redox reaction means if there is any redox reaction, then it will be having at least some species which is undergoing oxidation, and there will be another species in which reduction will be occurring. What do you mean by oxidation? That is oxidation number increase, reduction means decrease in oxidation number. These two processes will be happening. Yes, absolutely right. These two processes will be happening simultaneously. Right? Then in any redox reaction, oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent must be present. You should be having that much knowledge that if any reaction is given from redox reaction chapter, or any reaction is given from any chapter, first you have capability to identify whether it is redox reaction or non-redox reaction. Then thereafter you must identify which species are undergoing change in oxidation number. Then second, if it is increase in oxidation number, then oxidation, decreasing oxidation number, then reduction. Okay, fine. Oxidizing agent, if you know how to identify, if someone is going decreasing oxidation number itself, their oxidation number decreases and they try to increase the oxidation number of others. Increases oxidation number of others. Right? Here they decreases oxidation number of others. That is why they are reducing agent. Itself they increase their oxidation number. This is I have revised you. Okay. We have taken examples in the previous classes. Then after that, if some reaction is given, let's say oxidation half reaction beta. If there is oxidation half reaction beta, right, you must remember in oxidation reaction there should be increase in oxidation number, and the second thing is electrons must be removed from the species, so electrons will appear on the product side. If something is given, okay, like this chloride ion converts into Cl2, so in this case if you see oxidation is taking place, so electrons must appear on the product side. That is the basic, that is the very basic which you are expected to know, that in oxidation reaction electrons will appear always on product side. Reduction half reaction, reduction half reaction. In this case if you see it is +7 and it is +2, so it must have taken at least 5 electrons. It must have taken exactly 5 electrons to become Mn+2, right? So this kind of reaction in which electrons are gained or absorbed, okay, then that will be known as reduction half reaction. Is that okay beta? Is that okay? Quickly, now we are moving to balancing. Yes, balancing of reduction can be done by two methods. One is oxidation number change method, very simple method beta. Then second is ion electron method. So before going into this, I just want to give you the crux. Okay, repeat once. Okay, fine. Karthik, okay. In oxidation reaction beta, how do we classify any reaction as oxidation reaction? In any oxidation reaction, it is given that its oxidation number must increase. Oxidation number, read the S1, please beta, control your pen. In oxidation reaction, oxidation number must increase. If oxidation number is increasing, it means it is losing the electrons, then only it is getting positive charge, right? So in this case, if you see -1, 2, if it wants to go into 0, it has to remove the electrons. So electrons must be present in any oxidation reaction on the product side. While in redox reaction, in reduction reaction, they are characterized by the decrease in oxidation number. So decrease, it means they are moving towards, if we put in on a number line, so it is the beta, please. S1, you are not doing good, beta. Let's say this is on under, this is the oxidation number of any species. If its oxidation number goes to the left, that is decreasing, then that is reduction. If it goes to right, that is oxidation. You guys of mathematics, right? Okay, I will do it. Just wait here. Okay, this is very simple, beta. In mathematics also you can. Okay, is it okay, beta? So okay, now I am telling, if you are balancing any redox reaction, but in half reactions, I have already told you, they are, because they are known as half reaction because they involve electrons. In full reaction, you will never see any electrons, right? In full reactions, you will never see any electrons, right? In full reactions, you will never see any electrons, right? Okay, fine. Now I am telling you the crux. Whenever reactions are given, redox reactions are given, you need to find out one thing: the species which are undergoing change in oxidation number. You need to find out the atom in which decrease or increase in oxidation number is taking place. Once you have identified the atoms which are undergoing the change in oxidation number, now you need to keep in your mind that if change in oxidation number is taking place, it must be balanced. The decrease in oxidation number should be equal to increase in oxidation number, because the gain of electron should be equal to loss of electron. Net loss of electron should be zero. The electrons lost by the oxidation half reaction must be absorbed by reduction half reaction. So in the simple terms, the change in oxidation number should be same. So the species which are undergoing change in oxidation number must be balanced first. Remember, the species which are undergoing change in oxidation number must be balanced first. If you have balanced the species which are undergoing oxidation number, your 80% of job is done. Once you have balanced the species which are undergoing change in oxidation number, now you just balanced other atoms like oxygen and hydrogen. Oxygen and hydrogen can be balanced by just adding number of water molecules, or in acidic medium H plus, or in basic medium OH minus. So that is very trivial job. Okay, that is very trivial job. It's like a finishing. So if there are 5 oxygens are coming extra, so you need to add 5 water molecules. 10 oxygens are coming extra, so you can add 10 water molecules. Yes, tell me, Sai Darshak, tell me. Yes, tell me. Any doubt? You need to focus on the species which are undergoing change in oxidation number. Okay, no issues. Okay, now I am just telling you, if something is written like this, something is written like this, KMnO4 plus S2C2O4 gives CO2 plus Mn just a second, I am taking another example like this. If it is given SnCl2 plus HgCl2, which is getting into converted into SnCl4 and Hg2Cl2, right? So whenever reactions are given like this, they are known as molecular form. Okay, reactions are given in molecular form, molecular representation. Okay, this is called molecular representation. All these species are present in molecular form, right? And if you write it in simply the species which are undergoing change in oxidation number, simply write them. For example, if you see chlorine is -1, here also -1, here also -1. So chlorine is not undergoing change in oxidation number. So you can ignore chlorine. You can write other atoms which are undergoing change in oxidation number. When you do such thing, this is known as ionic representation. This is known as ionic representation. You need to practice this thing also. Okay, it will reduce your time. You do not need to write chlorine again and again. After reaction is balanced, you can simply put Sn, you can write SnCl2, Hg you can write HgCl2, you can write SnCl4, this you can write Hg2Cl2. Once it is balanced, then all other atoms will also be balanced. You do not worry about it. Once this form is balanced, then this also be balanced. Did you get it? So you might be given reactions in this form. You need to write reaction in this form, so that it becomes easy to understand which species are undergoing. For example, if you see, this is going, in this case SnCN4 oxidation is taking place. This is undergoing oxidation. On the other hand, reduction of this thing is taking place, because for this oxidation number is decreasing, reduction. Now another very important, why sir, why did you write plus after 2? Because beta, if you see here, actually we will understand that why I have not written Hg plus. Hg does not exist like this, it exists like this, Hg2 plus. Due to its bigger size, okay, it combines with another atom of Hg and forms this atom. So this is like this, okay, that is why I have written this. Because there are, if you remove 2 chlorine ion, -2 charge of chlorine will balance with +2 charge. No, that is why I have written +2. Okay, then another thing, very important thing which students commit mistake, very important, is whenever you are calculating change in oxidation number, it needs to be calculated per mole of reactant, per mole of reactant. Remember beta, if you have learned this thing, then you will not be facing much problem in calculating oxidation number. For example, if something goes like this, Cl2 to Cl minus, if someone wants to find out the change in oxidation number, right, what it will do? And there is another example, Cl minus to Cl2. This is very basic beta, this is very basic, and it will strengthen your concept. Now here you want to change the oxidation number. Someone might say both are same, the answer will remain same. So if you see here, it is 0 to -1, but here if you see, there are 2 atoms of chlorine which are undergoing, so here you have to put 2 into 0 minus of -1. Okay, the change in oxidation number, it is calculated as positive number, right? So always you have to find out the change, only change. It is increase of 1 or 2 or decrease of 2. So it is not related to sign, right? So you can easily say, if you see, the change in oxidation number is nothing but 1. So it becomes 2. 1 per atom, but there are 2 atoms of chlorine, right? But in this case, per mole of reactant contains only 1 atom of chloride ion. So in this case, it will be 1 into, change will be 0 minus of -1. So it will become 1. So that's the difference. You need to remember, in this case, reactants was containing 2 moles. Each reactant was containing 2 moles. But in the other case, each reactant was containing only 1 mole. So this is the difference you always remember that whenever we are calculating change in oxidation number, it should be mole of reactant per mole of reactant. If reactant is containing more than one atom, you need to multiply. Then only we can calculate change in oxidation number. Is it okay, beta? Is it okay? Quickly respond. Because we need to calculate change in oxidation number per molecule. So here if you see per molecule, it contains 2 atoms. For one atom the change is 1, so per molecule it becomes 2. In this case, per molecule contains only 1 atom. Yes, that is very important. I want your response. Great. Yes. Nice. Bagundi. I have forgot the word, what to say, clear in Telugu. I just forgot. Bagundi, I know, beta. Artham Andy. Okay, Artham Andy. Am I right? Yes, Artham Andy. Right. Thank you so much, guys. Artham Andy. Okay, fine. Okay, now coming to our topic. It says, okay, I will learn it. Okay, so I am telling you, whenever you are balancing, you need to focus on the atoms which are undergoing change in oxidation number, right? Once you have identified the atoms which are undergoing change in oxidation number, your job is reduced, because now the elements or the atoms which are not undergoing change in oxidation number, they are actually not part of the redox reaction. They are just spectator ions. So another important thing is spectator ion. I'm just telling you, spectator ion. Ions or atoms which are not undergoing change in oxidation number. So if you find something which is not undergoing change in oxidation number, you can remove them. Okay, you can later, in the last part of the reaction, you can balance them. Just you need to focus on the atoms which are undergoing change in oxidation number. Now coming to our method, I am just writing the method. Okay, oxidation. First method is oxidation number change method. First statement, find out the oxidation number of each element. You can write this, beta. You can write this. I will advise you to write this. You can write this because you will require this while solving the questions, right? Find oxidation number of each element, then identify, this is the important thing, identify the elements or atoms undergoing change in oxidation number. Previous slide. Okay, beta. Why I am saying that maximum number of students are coming at 10:30? What's the point, beta? You need to join at the earliest, beta. This is a class of 1 hour only. Generally what happens when we were studying and when we were taking classes, then generally classes are of more than 1 hour. Okay, so in that case we have at least some flexibility to start class 5 minutes here and there. But in this case, in our case, the classes are starting on exact time. We should start class at exact time. So it's a request to all of you that you should join at the 10 a.m. sorry 10 a.m. right? You just consider that it's a school class in which you are not allowed to admit it after the 10, right? So it's a request to all of you, please join at 10. This is something, the drawback of the online class, but you need to use this flexibility. You need to bring the self discipline in yourself, right? You need to join at 10 a.m. beta. You need to join at 10 a.m. And I have requested to join at by 9:55 so that we can discuss some doubts, we can have interaction with each other. Second year class also. At what time beta? Sanjay? Okay, to all other guys, at least the students which are just they are in 11th or the first year students, they should be present at earliest, right? At least 9:55, 9:56. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. Now I am telling, just focus here. First, you need to find out the oxidation number, then identification. This is very important. I have already told you, identification of the elements. Now calculate the increase and decrease in oxidation number separately for each element. Okay. Now, as oxidation number is increasing and it is decreasing, let's say there is increase in oxidation number 3 and there is decrease in oxidation number 2. This you have to balance. The increase in oxidation number should be equal to decrease in oxidation number. If they are not balanced, you have to balance them. How can you balance if some increase in coming 3 and decrease in coming 2? So you can multiply 3 by 2 and 2 by 3. This is the first and the most important step. Once you have identified that increase in oxidation number is 4 and decrease in oxidation number is only 2, now you need to multiply. Increase is 4, decrease is only 2. So this reaction you need to multiply by 2 so that it also becomes 4. Right? Now you have done the 80% of job. Third, cross multiply such that increase in oxidation number becomes equal to decrease in oxidation number. Right? Simple. Once you have done this, fourth, balance the atoms which are undergoing change in oxidation number. Very simple. This is simple. Now all steps are very trivial. Okay. Balance. Now balancing the H and O. Now balancing for hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, now balancing of oxygen and hydrogen beta. If it is acidic medium, simple, there might be reaction is given in acidic medium. So what you need to do? Add H2O, to balance oxygen atoms on deficit side. Right? Just add water molecule. If you say there are 10 oxygens are not, then there are 18 oxygen on product side and there are only 16 oxygen on reactant side. There are 18, or you can say simple, 5 oxygen on product side but 3 oxygens on reactant side. You can see here reactant side is deficit. It is deficit of oxygen. So you add two more water molecules. Just a second, you guys are just showing immature behavior, beta. There are 5 atoms of oxygen. There are only 3 atoms. Now to make 5 atoms of oxygen, you add 2 more water molecules, right? And if now if H plus atoms are not balanced, so add H plus atoms to balance. H plus atoms are not balanced, add H plus atom to balance H atoms on the deficit side. Simple है बेटा, very simple. Deficit side. Deficit side means deficit in terms of hydrogen. Okay. In the basic medium, I follow same procedure. I follow, yes. Anyone is having any doubt? Tell me. Yes, 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 please. Someone was raising hand. You need to write these steps. What I do for basic medium, I follow same steps, right? Then I add same number of OH minus on the both side, so that H plus should be gone, because in basic medium there should not be any H plus. So I will do what if there are 5 H atoms, H plus atoms, 5 H plus. So I will add 5 OH minus on both sides, right? And then I will later balance. Okay. What I will do the same thing. There are many methods. I will do the same thing. Here also I will do the same thing. Same thing. Right. Once you are done with this, I will by any example, I will tell this. Okay, after doing this, after completing this, add same number of OH minus, as H plus on both side of reaction. Okay, then adjust H2O atoms. Simple है बेटा. This is last 2 steps are very trivial. Okay, this you will learn, but the first steps requires knowledge of chemistry. These 3 steps requires knowledge of chemistry and basic mathematical aptitude. So you need to focus on these, right? You write this because I will require this from your side. You write this, and this will bring you, at least fetch you 4 marks, minimum of 4 marks. Write this, then I will take one example and try to explain all the points with the help of examples. Deficit means there are less number of, you say, I am saying there are 5 oxygen atoms and 3 oxygen atoms on the reactant side. So this is deficit. You can see now, this is deficit of oxygen. Yes, I will repeat it. I will show it by example. So this is deficit because it is having 2 less, right? So this is deficit side. If it is having 5 number of hydrogen, it is having 2 number of hydrogen, then this is deficit of hydrogen. You need to add 3 H plus to make it 5. Is that okay, Karthik? The last point is this. You do this thing, same thing. Now let's say there is reactant side, this is having 4 H plus. Now add 4 OH minus here and 4 OH minus here. Thus, that is. Once you have added 4 OH minus 4 H plus, 4 OH minus 4 H plus will give you H2O, 4 H2O. Right? Now there might be possibility that you are having H2O on the other side also. Okay, same thing cannot be present at the both sides. Same molecule cannot be present on both sides. So what you will do, let's say here are 4 H2O, here are 2 H2O. So just balance them and make them 2 H2O, right? Because this is 2 and this is 4. Balance them and make it 2. I will tell you with the examples, and that time it will be more easy. But just remember, if H plus and OH are present on the same side, they will combine and give H2O, right? If H plus and OH minus are present on the same side, they will combine and give H2O. For now, for this balancing method, right? So I can also write one thing here also. We have already written this thing. I can also write, because these things looks trivial for me, because I have teaching and I have read the chemistry since at least last 10 years. So you can see whenever OH minus and H plus is given, and for redox, whenever OH minus and H plus are given on the same side, you can consider it as H2O, right? That's it. So I will tell you by example. Okay, have you written this? Have you written this? Have you written all these points? Because this is very important. This is very important. If you are having any doubt, I will be with the example. I will be explaining it. With the example, I will be explaining it. And very important. Please stay. And this is very important. Have you written it, beta? Yes, you have written it. Okay, or you can take a screenshot. Yes. Okay, fine. Now let's do the examples. It is given copper on reaction with nitric acid provides copper nitrate as well as NO2 gas and water. They might not give you water. We sometimes to balance oxygen or hydrogen atom, we need to write H2O. Okay, they might give or not give. Okay, okay, fine. Generally, reactions are carried out in water or in the solution in which solvent is water. So water is automatically is present, right? Generally, reactions are carried out in aqueous medium. Fine, fine. If you see, first step was to identify oxidation number. This is 0, this is +1, nitrogen +5, oxygen -2. Copper here it you see +2, nitrogen again +5, oxygen -2, +4 nitrogen, -2 oxygen, +1 hydrogen, -2. Generally, if you see in the reactions, generally oxidation number of oxygen and hydrogen will not be changing. If you see, generally in the reactions, the oxidation number of hydrogen and oxygen will not be changing generally. Okay, generally if you see, except where H2O2 or ozone is present. Okay, fine. Now you have to identify the next step to identify elements which are undergoing change in oxidation number. So I have identified copper. If you see, copper is undergoing change in oxidation number, and if you see the change in oxidation number for this thing is for copper is nothing but 2 minus 0, that is 2. Fine, that's okay. I have identified at least one. Okay, now I need to identify the other one. If I see, the nitrogen is also undergoing change in oxidation number. Just focus here, do not write anything. Okay, in this case, if you see, nitrogen is undergoing change, and change in oxidation number is nothing but 5 minus 4, that is 1. Okay, the next step, the most crucial step is you need to balance the change in oxidation number. You need to balance the increase in oxidation number should be equal to decrease in oxidation number. So to balance it, what I will do, I will multiply this 2 to this reaction, this nitric acid wala, and this 1 to this reaction, copper wala, right? Here it is changing 2, so you can multiply by 2, and here you can multiply by 1. This is cross multiplication means. So I'm writing the equations again. Copper HNO3 gives copper nitric acid, then NO2, then H2O. But to balance it, copper you need to multiply by 1, so there is no change in the stoichiometry. But nitrogen you need to balance by 2, multiply by 2. Right? Now, the third step, the next step is balance the atoms which are undergoing change in oxidation number. Here there are one copper atom, here there are two copper atom, sorry, two nitrogen atom. But here if you see, in this case, wait. Okay, you need to multiply this now, because this is undergoing change in oxidation number. So with the two, okay, fine. Now if you see, there are only two nitrogen atoms, but here it is 2 and 2. How many nitrogen atoms are there? 4 nitrogen atoms. So you need to write, other step is, next step is 2, 4 into HNO3. I have balanced nitrogen atom. This becomes 4 NO3 copper nitric, and this also becomes 2 NO2 plus H2O. Is that okay? Tell me what I have done here. I have, this is cross multiplication, cross multiplying. This is the step, cross multiplying, and this is the step, balancing of atoms, undergoing change in oxidation number, undergoing change in oxidation number. So I balance them, right? The atoms which are undergoing change in oxidation number, I have balanced them. Now it is the turn of oxygen and hydrogen. Now you see there are 12 oxygen atoms. Here if you see 6, here if you see 4. So there are 10 and there are 12 oxygen atoms. So to balance it, you just multiply it by 2. So now it becomes 12 and 12. Is that okay? So I'm just writing it. In exam, you do not need to write again and again. In exam, you can do in the same reaction. And in exam, it will take hardly 20 seconds, 30 seconds, because if you know in the procedure, okay, I have balanced 2 with the help of 2. Okay, I have added 2, right? Here I have added 2, here I added 4, here I have added 2, here also I have added 2. This is the change which I have brought in the original reaction. Fine. Once the oxygen atoms are balanced, now we need to do, oh bhai, Ramesh Babu, why are you doing such thing here? I know you guys are very creative, but use your talent somewhere else, beta. Right? Do painting, do all other things. Now once the oxygen atoms have a balanced oxygen atom, I have balanced the oxygen atom by adding H2O. Now oxygen atoms are already balanced. Now what we need to do is balance the hydrogen atom, because it is acidic medium. You see, this is acid. So in the acidic medium, just check the hydrogen. Here there are 4 hydrogen atoms. There are 4 hydrogen atoms. Can we see it is already balanced? Hydrogen atoms are already balanced, right? So this is our answer of, this is our balanced redox reaction. Is that okay, beta? Is that okay? Please tell me. Please tell me quickly. Come on, quickly tell me, because I am going to solve another question. If you have not got it, I will explain it once again. First thing is to identify the, to assign the oxidation number. First thing is assign oxidation number. Second, identify the atoms which are undergoing change in oxidation number. What is the normal method, beta? What is the normal method, beta? You try it, beta. It will take huge, it might take 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Sometimes reactions are very complex. Okay, normal method which we are applying to balance the reactions of hit and trial method, that is known as hit and trial. Okay, it always does, it doesn't work always, beta. No, S1, it won't work every time. You try to balance this, beta. You try to balance this. That is hit and trial method, beta. Normal method is hit and trial method, and you might lose at least 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. Then also you will not be able to balance the atoms. It will take so much of time. But by following this method, it might look initially it might look very tough, or sometimes many steps are following, but it will, with the practice, you need to do, you will be very expert, you will be excellent in doing this thing, and this is the right procedure, because at the same time you need to balance atoms as well as charge. Okay, so if you are not following the right method, then it might take so much of time. Did you get it, Yashwant? Did you get it? Okay, please. Yes, no, but a normal method cannot be used, because it is the normal method, but based on hit and trial. It was based on your luck. So to solve the simple reactions, you can use it, but such kind of reaction which are having more than one atoms, more than 2 molecules, 3 molecules, you will find many complex reactions right now. I am writing another simple reaction. Sorry, oxalic acid on reaction with H2O2, right? It is also an example of previous year CO2 and H2O. Yes, yes, Utpreksha, for you only I am giving this example, right? For you only I am giving this. So in this case, we need to find out X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. This is what expected from us. But in this case, if you see, we cannot change the stoichiometry of this, because in the final question it has said that you need to find out, this is the reaction, what is X, Y, Z. So we will try to find out X, Y, Z, right? But they might write you, tell me X plus Y plus Z in integer type, right? Okay, now coming to this question, first try to identify. I am writing just this H2C2O4, H2O2, CO2, and H2. Just check it. Hydrogen is +1. Initially we are writing for hydrogen, otherwise you will see that hydrogen will rarely go under the redox process. This is +3, this is -2, hydrogen again +1, -1. Here oxygen is in -1, it is hydrogen peroxide. This will +4, -2 again oxygen, +1, -2. So if you see, just first try to find out the oxidation. This is undergoing the change, 3 to 4. I am just writing this. Oxidation number increasing, and this is increasing by 4, -3. This is the mistake which one can commit here. You see, there are 2 atoms. There are 2 atoms. You need to multiply by 2, right? So the total change per molecule is 2 into that will become 2. Is that okay? Again, for this case, oxygen is undergoing also change. It is undergoing change in oxidation number. And if you see, right, this is the change in oxidation number. Now with water you do not need to, you need to add in the later part of reaction. You can remove it while balancing, you can remove it, then later in the later part it will automatically, you need to add it to balance the oxygen atom. Okay, you can remove it. So you see oxygen is going into this case. So see, change in oxidation number, delta oxidation number is -2 and -1. So if you see, the change is mod is -2, minus of -1. But there are again 2 atoms per molecule, 2 atoms of oxygen. So this will become 2. Okay, here you have to see 2 atoms per molecule of reactant. The change in oxidation number is nothing but 2 into 2. So the increase in oxidation number is equal to the decrease in oxidation number. So in that case, you do not need to cross multiply. Okay, as both are same, so you do not need to cross multiply. If you want to, you can multiply for your sake. Okay, but in this case, as it is seen, you can see that change in oxidation number is same. So you do not need to cross multiply, as change in oxidation number is same. is same, do not need to multiply, need to cross multiply, right? Now what was our next step? Balance the atoms which are undergoing change in oxidation number. Next step is balance the atoms, undergoing change in oxidation number. Now it's very trivial. To balance the atoms which are undergoing oxidation number, you can clearly see there are 2 carbon atoms, here is only 1, and rest is balanced. H2C2O4, H2O2 gives CO2. There are 2, so you need to multiply by 2, right? Okay, here you can also write balance the atoms undergoing change in oxidation number, or balance the atoms except or other than oxygen and hydrogen. Other than oxygen and hydrogen, balance all other. Okay, other than oxygen and hydrogen, so I have balanced carbon. Now it is the turn of balance oxygen and hydrogen atoms. Balance first oxygen, then hydrogen, by adding water molecule, by adding H2O molecule, then hydrogen atom. So why I am taking hydrogen? Because this is acidic. Again, this is given acidic. Okay, so you can do to balance it. You just check it. How many oxygens are here? 4, then 2, total 6. 6 oxygens are here. In this case, 6, 4 plus 2. In this case, if you see, there is only 4. So you need to multiply by 2. I am writing it. H2C2O4, H2O2 gives 2 CO2, and it will give again 2 H2O. This I have balanced it. Now oxygens are balanced. Now just check how many hydrogen you require. There are 2, 2, 4. Here also 4. So this reaction is already balanced. Okay. Balanced. Is this okay, beta? Is this okay? Quickly respond. Then balance H by adding H plus. But it was already balanced. It's a very important, beta. It's a very important. And today I will give you one DPP. Okay, in that case you will find some good questions. Okay, fine. Is it okay? Then we will do on basic medium. Yeah, in basic medium, I told you that you do not need to do anything. I will give you example, then we will explain. Then with the example we will learn. But we are moving to next medium, that is next method, that is ion electron method. Very simple method, but lengthy one. So in this case, with the example I will explain it. With the example I will take one example. This is the example Cr2O7 plus C2O4 minus 2, Cr plus 3 plus CO2. They have given this, and they have already told you that it is in acidic medium. They have told you that it is in acidic medium. You need to balance it in acidic medium, right? Now focus. Just forget everything what we have learned till now. Okay, just focus on this method. Okay, do not try to compare. Right now, do not try to compare. I will explain. First, try to understand. Then we will learn what is the difference between both. Okay. So first you need to do identify the species, identify the oxidation half and reduction half, right? If reaction is not given in ionic form, first write reaction in ionic form. Okay. So I am writing the given equation in ionic form. This is your first method. Okay, fine. Just a second. Okay, write given equation in ionic form, beta. Right? Ionic form. The above example is already given in ionic form itself. It is given in ionic form. Split reaction in two half reactions. Two half reactions. Oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction. Right? This is you need to do in the next step. Then thereafter, once you have understood the oxidation half and reduction half, and in above case I can apply directly. If you see, just a second. Once you have identified oxidation half, for this case, if you see, it is moving from +7 to +3. Sorry, +6 to +3. Sorry, +6. Okay, and this thing is moving from +3 to +4. So usually you have identified oxidation half reaction is nothing but C2O4 -2 is undergoing CO2, and reduction half reaction is nothing but Cr2O7 -2 is going into Cr+3. Now the next step is just balance the atoms. Third step is nothing but balance the atoms other than O and H. Oxygen and hydrogen के अलावा you balance all other atoms. So in this case, if you see, you need to bring 2. Here you need to bring 2. Right? Now very simple. Balance oxygen by adding H2O on deficit side. So here if you see, there are 4 oxygens. There is also 4 oxygens. So there is no requirement to add oxygen in this half reaction. It is already balanced in terms of oxygen. In this case, if you see, there are 7 oxygens, but there are no oxygen. So to balance it, you need to add 7 waters. Right? Now, fifth one, as it is the reaction is carried out in acidic medium. Balance hydrogen atom by adding H+ on deficit side. Check. There is no hydrogen, there is also no hydrogen. Okay, both reaction does not have any hydrogen. In this case, there is no hydrogen, but there are 14 hydrogen. If you see, there are 14 hydrogen. Just see, the crux is coming now. Just wait. So here if you see, there are 14 hydrogen on the product side. So you need to add 14 hydrogen on the reactant side. Is this okay? I have added 14 hydrogen and there are also 14 to balance this 14. Now the important step, 6th. Make both reaction electrically neutral by adding electrons on the, or you need to balance. Electrically neutral means make charge balance. Okay, I will write it in a simple language. Balance the charge by adding electrons. If you see, you need to add electrons in OHR at product side, because that is why it is oxidation reaction. In the reduction reaction, you need to add on the reactant side. This is I have already told you. in this case, in the first case, you need to balance the electron on the product side. How many electrons are required? If you see, this is only 2 electrons. There are only 2. So you need to balance 2 electrons. Now, if you see, this is -2, this is also -2. Charge should be balanced. Charge here is -2, here should also be -2, right? In this case, if you see, total charge is how much total charge? 14 and -2, that is 12. In this case, 6. So there is 6, total charge is 6, here it is 12. How many electrons are required on the reactant side? It is plus 12, it is plus 6. So if you add 6 electrons, then this will become, you need to add 6 electrons, very important. Now you have added 6 electrons. And this is 6 electrons, this is 2 electron. Next step is very simple. 7th, now add both half such that electrons get cancelled out. Right? So if you want to cancel the electrons, you need to multiply this reaction by 3. So this will become 6 electrons. Is that okay? I am writing the balanced equation. Now you see the equation is already balanced. You need to multiply by 3 because this will become 6. So see, it will become 3C2O4 minus 2 plus, okay, there is no reactant on this side, so we need to write the reactant from this reaction. 6 electrons are already cancelled. Okay, you can write Cr2O7 minus 2, then 14H plus, then if you see on this side, 3 has been multiplied, so this will become 6. So this becomes 6CO2. Now this thing, so it will become 2Cr3 plus 7H2O. The reaction is balanced, beta. The reaction is balanced. You see, the reaction is balanced. You cannot do this thing by normal method. Balanced. Is it okay, beta? Is it okay with everyone? Is it okay? I have told both method. In this case, first you need to split the reaction. This is the key step. Split the reaction. Then balance oxygen, then balance other atom, then oxygen, then hydrogen. All other steps are same. So in this case, you need to balance. Yes, tell me. Yes, please quickly respond. Did you get it? Yes, then I will give you one example. You need to balance it. Okay, I have given you in the starting one question and I expect you to balance it. Where it has gone. This thing I want from your side to balance. This is your homework. So I am just writing it here. Okay, I am just writing this as a homework copy. Okay, so you need to solve this and I will also provide some assignment. Okay, so you okay, this is your homework, beta. Please solve it. I will share the notes after the class. I hope you have understood it. I will repeat it in the next class again. So did you get it? How was the class? Please quickly tell me. In the next class, we will do some questions with the help of basic medium also. Yeah, good. Thanks. Okay, fine. Great. Just practice it, beta. It is one of the most important tool. You will require this again and again. Practice it. This is something new. You can ask to your friends. Do you know how to balance the redox reaction? Do you know? And you can also help him or her. Yeah, thanks, guys. Okay, we will meet in the next class. Thank you, guys. Arthamaindi. Yes, Arthamaindi means clear. Yes, Arthamaindi. Thank you, guys. Okay, most welcome. Bye. I'm finishing the class.